All right, transforming trigonometric functions. Let's talk about sine and cosine and tangent and some of the stuff that has to do with their graphs and graphing. Okay. So as you can see, here's a sine function and cosine function. They look very similar, but just a little bit different. The cosine waves are just a little different from the sine wave. Their domains are the same, negative infinity to positive infinity. Range is usually the same, -1 to +1. Amplitude, typically the same. Here, as you can see here, like their basic functions. Midline is 0, y equals 0. And then the y-intercept is just a little different for each of them. So we have periodic, and that's a function that repeats its values over regular intervals. Then you have transformations, and this means manipulation of an object or curve by sliding or stretching and compressing. So adding like a number in front of cosine or tangent or sine, and then seeing how it stretches or how the waves end up moving, something like that. Okay, so then let's go to sine or cosine curve that is a periodic wave. All right, so graphing sine and cosine. Here's graphing it. Here's an example. Here's your typical cosine x, just your regular basic function, your basic wave. Then the next one is 3 cosine x plus 1 plus 2, and this is how the other one would look. So it's transformed. All it really is just a bigger wave. It's really nothing more than that. When you see like the numbers in front of it, or like you're adding or subtracting something, multiplying something, all it's going to do is just change the graph slightly. So it'll just change it from like the basic cosine function you have here and change it into something else. That's all. So transformations, you'll see something that looks kind of like this. Okay. And okay, so questions, I'll just show you this one. Here you go. It says cosine 4 or 4 cosine 3x. And as you can see, like the 4 goes all the way up to the 4 on the y-axis like that. Transforming sine functions. Here, it gives you a little lesson on Khan Academy, shows you what that you could do. And it kind of it goes over like the directions, kind of gives you a cool video about it. And the same thing with transforming cosine functions. Okay, let's go to the next part. Phase shift, it would be the horizontal displacement or translation of a periodic function. Cofunction, a trigonometric function whose value for the complement of an angle is equal to the value of a given trigonometric of the angle itself. Okay, then the sine of is the cofunction of cosine, and cosine is the cofunction of sine. They kind of go hand in hand together, as you can see. And then here's just a couple examples. Let's get the question. Transforming tangent. Tangent is a little different because it's not like the typical sine cosine wave. It's kind of up and down, not like your regular wave. It just looks slightly different, as you can see. And it's not all the way connected together. It's different because you have like a few different lines going on at the same time. So the asymptote here, we have that runs vertically or up and down, representing a non-movable discontinuity of a function. So it's a little different. And the range is a little different because the function goes up and down instead. A little different to graph too. So as you can see here, tangent function. So this will always represent a tangent function when you see the waves like this. Sine and cosine do look very different. Tangent function, the same concept when transforming. It's like you'll end up transforming the function. It'll look a little bit different, as you can see here. Transforming the function, it starts off looking like this. You transform it, adding or subtracting a number in there, and then the function looks like the lines kind of move a little bit. Hopefully that clears it up for you, and hopefully that gives you a little bit better understanding.